Hey everybody, it's Jungle Jenna. Sorry I'm looking a little scroungy today. I just kind of like rolled out of bed. So anyway, this is my third video for this week. Actually, technically, my last video was made by my good friend Emily, who spent a lot of time and effort making a wonderful, beautiful video comparing or drawing parallels between Boys Over Flowers and Raylo. So it seems like, you guys liked that there was positive reception to that video, which is what we were hoping for. We really wanted people to get interested in watching Boys Over Flowers because of Raylo and to introduce another antagonistic romance to you guys if you hadn't already heard about that show. So yeah, I'm really happy that video went over well. And the other video that I posted earlier this week had to do with Joker. So obviously, kind of mixing it up a little bit, but that's kind of my goal for my channel, going forward after The Rise of Skywalker comes out. I'll definitely be making The Rise of Skywalker videos and talking about it and analyzing it, but after a certain point, I definitely want to carry on with my channel with other things. But in this video, I really want to talk about, I haven't really had an opportunity. I haven't really had time to sit down and talk about my reaction to the Rise of Skywalker official trailer and some of the interviews and, some of the stuff that we've been getting, just over the last couple of months. And first of all, I want to say that I now love the Rise of Skywalker final trailer, but when I first saw it, I didn't really know what to think of it. I was kind of I don't know. I think the problem was that I was watching it on my TV. So my TV, it made it look so HD that it didn't look real. It was hyper realistic. And so it made things look kind of hokey. And so I was worried when I was first watching it because I was like, oh, I hope this isn't going to be the end result of the movie. But then later, after I processed it and I watched it again on my iPad, it looked so much better. And I was very emotional with the C-3PO saying, I'm taking one last look at my friends. And who knows what's going on with that scene. But still, the way that they played it in the trailer, it was very emotional. I was very happy to see a lot of kind of Raylo scenes. It seems like wherever Rey was, Kylo Ren was. And so I just am really excited to see how they're going to do this movie. Because with The Force Awakens, it was very much Rey, Han, and Finn and Chewbacca. They were all a group up until about halfway into the movie. And then it was all about rescuing Rey from Starkiller Base. And Rey, in that time period, had a lot of interactions with Kylo Ren. And then in the second movie, it was very much about, I felt The Last Jedi kind of was dominated by Poe, Rose, and Finn. I felt they were sort of the trio for The Last Jedi. And I felt that storyline took up a lot of time in The Last Jedi. But then, here and there, we got Raylo scenes. And then finally, kind of towards the end, in the third act, they came together. So, where everyone is going to be together in this last movie, it just makes me hopeful that we're going to see maybe, different pacing. It's not that I love The Last Jedi, and I will defend The Last Jedi whenever possible. But I do think that maybe it suffered from not having as good of pacing as The Force Awakens. So I'm glad that J.J. Abrams is back on board so that maybe we can actually see kind of better pacing and focusing on the characters that really need to be focused on. So that's really my hope going into The Rise of Skywalker. And I can understand that my comments may make some people angry, but that's just honestly how I feel about it. But overall, I felt just the overall feel of The Rise of Skywalker final trailer, it's very triumphant. The music, kind of the message that they're conveying, it just feels very joyful, triumphant, and like it lifts your spirit. And so I think that that's like a really good way. I mean, I have no clue what's going to happen in the movie. It could be a total downer. I'm hoping that it's not, but just what it conveys through the trailer is that really they're going out with a bang, and they're wanting to make this worth all 9 films that have been involved in this journey. So, and then there was after the final trailer, there was like a TV spot that was released where it kind of shows some of the, like, you remember the one picture of Kylo Ren where the stormtroopers were being knocked over, and he's like, it's like a big gust of wind is like trying to blow Kylo Ren over, but he's resisting. And we come to find out in this TV spot, like, if you don't want spoilers, just definitely click away now. But it basically shows the Millennium Falcon picking up Rey. So this is yet another scene that Rey and Kylo Ren have together. And when I was talking to my friend Emily, like, she was very hopeful about, you know, these scenes and stuff, and was thinking that, you know, a lot of what's been coming out is very supportive of their relationship developing in a positive way. And I definitely agree, but like, when I first saw that TV spot, I was a little bit like, I kind of get the feeling that there's going to be some level of like Rey resisting Kylo Ren and Kylo Ren chasing Rey, like kind of this cat mouse thing, which is like actually what I really wanted in The Last Jedi. So if it does happen in The Rise of Skywalker, I will be very happy, because I felt like in The Last Jedi, like Rey was kind of more chasing Kylo Ren, or she was like, you know, she left Octo so that she could go to you know, to try to sway Ben Solo back to the light side. So I'm definitely intrigued. That's like the gist of what I can say. At this point, I kind of feel like, you know, when I first saw The Force Awakens, I did not consider myself a Star Wars fan. I had never liked Star Wars. Mostly because it features a lot of deserts, and I've driven through deserts at night, and it gives me a very like alien abduction type feeling. So I think that's like generally why I didn't like Star Wars. And I know that's like a very stupid reason, but becoming a Star Wars fan like was a huge surprise to me, and my introduction to that was really through Reylo. And for a long time, I kind of felt like if Reylo didn't happen, then really my love for Star Wars would die. And now I'm at the point where if Reylo doesn't happen, I will be disappointed, but I will still love Star Wars. And just because of like the journey I've had with it and how much it's meant to my life for the past 4 years, like, I just think that it would be kind of silly and stupid for me to erase like the last 4 years that I've learned so much from the Reylo community and that I've bonded with people, just because the movie didn't go the way that I wanted it to. And at this point, I think it's kind of like far-fetched to say that Reylo isn't going to happen, because it's already happened to some extent. Like in The Force Awakens, The Last Jedi, I mean, both Rian Johnson and J.J. Abrams are such hardcore Reylo shippers, like it's not even funny. And regardless of what Daisy Ridley thinks about the Reylo ship and whatever the antis think about it, like, I just think that, you know, they have to bring some resolution to this relationship. But I guess like the point that I'm trying to make is that I am open-minded to whatever they end up doing to it. I personally don't think they're related, and I think it would be really stupid if they were related. But I don't know. I guess like we live in a post Game of Thrones world. So I guess if they're related, Reylo still exists. So if Game of Thrones incest is okay, then Reylo incest. No, I'm totally kidding. Like, I'm just teasing. So. But yeah, so I don't like really have any predictions for the movie, just because I really want to go into it with like a fresh experience. But I definitely do want to see more Rey and Kylo Ren, and just based off of the trailer and the Vanity Fair magazine covers and the Empire magazine covers. Like, I feel like they're really pushing this Rey and Kylo Ren dynamic. So I'll be really hurt and disappointed, like, if we don't see that in The Rise of Skywalker. But I'm really loving just the kind of the special effects. Like, kind of going back to the final trailer and even the TV spot that I noticed, like, I feel like everything is on a grander scale. Like, when, Kylo Ren and Rey are having a lightsaber fight out in the middle of the sea or the ocean or whatever it is, and the water is just, like, going crazy and super dramatic. And, just, like, when the ships or whatever are coming out of the ice, and it's just, like, I mean, it just gives me goosebumps just talking about it. So I think this movie definitely feels different than The Force Awakens and The Last Jedi. Like, that is for sure. Like, and it makes me excited when Daisy Ridley says, this is like going to be a different genre of Star Wars. Like, this is going to be different from, like, what you've seen before in this franchise. And that gets me so motivated to spend as much money on this movie experience as I can, going to see it over and over again. So definitely tell me what you guys thought of the final trailer. I know that this is, like, really super late, but literally, like, this is the first time that the first week that I've been able to, like, get back to making videos. But yeah, tell me what you think, and definitely check out Boys Over Flowers, and look forward to me and Emily talking about and fangirling over Boys Over Flowers and Tsukasa and Kylo Ren, of course. So have a great day, and I'll see you later. Bye.